Well, so, hey. This thing was not supposed to just start recording. The phone screen had locked, and I put my fingerprint on to unlock it. And apparently, well, I was still on this screen because I had it on here last, but I guess it was time to record. I think I was spending too much time trying to figure out um, or get a sense of which message was coming through the strongest, because I've gotten so many different channels today or so many different messages. But hopefully, your week has been great. Hopefully, your weekend has been great. It's a long weekend. And so, hopefully, you have taken care of yourself. You've gotten with family. Y'all have loved on each other. All the good things, all the beautiful things. Speaking of good things and beautiful things, like, share, subscribe, those beautiful things as well. um, the energy, sometimes the energy feels really off, and sometimes, I don't want to say off, but if sometimes it feels all over the place or it feels scattered. But it don't be scattered. It be a lot of the same message from a different angle, if that makes sense. It will be kind of like, I don't even know how to. Actually, I do know how. Spirit just gave it to me. It would be like having multiple angles of the same image. You get a different perspective with each angle. That. And depending on the viewer, is what they'll see. Depending on the listener, is what they'll see or what they'll hear. Um, it's been, I feel like I have a backlog of messages, but what ends up happening is I write down what Spirit tells me when Spirit tells me, and then I leave it. And I brought, this is the thing with trying to be organized. I have two different journals at this point with messages. So I brought them both just for reference in case I get um, pointed in the direction of either of the messages that I've actually written. But if not, then we just go in flow, and Spirit just gives it to me in the moment. But the to say that the energy or the messages seem kind of all over the place sometimes kind of goes with the overall feel of the energy. The energy that I'm picking up at this point feels scattered. It feels all over the place. It feels like kind of a tumultuously but silent and honestly, it feels like a controlled fire. Is is the verbiage that Spirit gave me. Although not warm, I don't feel it physically as a warmth, but it feels like a subtle drag, like a slow burn. Like that's what's meant by like a controlled burn. Somebody feels out of control, or like they don't have control over their emotions, but in the most controlled way possible. Feels like you are internally in this battle, in this kind of back and forth. You gotta spend a lot of time repelling things so they don't overtake you, so they don't take you back to an older mindset. Um, that also doesn't mean that things haven't changed. Actually, we talked about this in one of the last videos. That's actually one of the key signifiers that things have changed, which it rarely ever feels like it at first, but things have changed. And we're just facing some things that have not been fully let go of and released. So it's time to release those things, but you can't release them without first facing them. Um, oh my gosh. I'm just reminded there were so many messages. I have at least four in front of me, and I have another couple, at least one more on the phone that I had to voice record so that I wouldn't forget. Um, hmm. Sometimes, oh, okay, this is what it was. Spirit wants to make sure that you know that there is a need for additional support. There are spirit guides, angels, and ancestors in this spirit realm that are here to help you, but also there are people in the natural that are here to help you. Some of them are people you know in the physical, like you know them personally, maybe a cousin or maybe an aunt, maybe a sibling. But others of them are guides who spirit uses to deliver a message to you, like this one, on YouTube and TikTok and wherever else you frequent, and often receive messages. But spirit is saying that you're being spoken to by a number of those different avenues. The support is there from these kinds of avenues. It doesn't necessarily always have to be someone that is near you in the physical. Some of you have people that you are close to. Um, and for those of you who don't have people that you are really close to, those people online are the ones that you resonate with, and you know the spirit is talking to you. Those are trusted voices for you at the time when you need them. That doesn't mean that every message will be for you from those individuals, but you know that if you pull up on their channel and spirit leads you to something that is there, then there's a message there for you. So, yeah, not all mentors, not all support and help is in somebody you 100% know in real life and are, physically present for you. Sometimes you can't go over their house and sit on their couch, but you can pull up on their channel and look through, and spirit will guide you where you need to go. So, for those of you who are needing support in this time, hugs to you. I hope somebody hug you real good. I hope this feels like a hug to you. it really is okay. It's all already worked out, but I know that it feels like shit. I can feel the energy of it, and it's uncomfortable. But you have to know that nothing great comes from comfort. And I don't, and that's, I want to clarify because, and Spirit said it's important that I clarify because you are supposed to be comfortable in some areas, and there are some great things that come from comfort. Comfort is a thing to obtain in some measures, in some regards, but it's not always beneficial. There's duality, there's a light and a dark side to everything. But even diamonds are forged through fire, is what Spirit says. That's a message that we all can resonate with for the most part. And if you don't really understand, your homework is to look up how diamonds are made, and that'll help you. Um, but don't let this, the ego is undergoing a death and it is trying to peak up. That is the battle that you are facing. That is a part of some of the old identity that keeps trying to pull up. And Spirit told me a little while ago that ego is emotionally and erroneously guided objections to necessary change, is what Spirit said. Thank you, Spirit. I've written it on my refrigerator, and I'm sure that I've written it in this journal somewhere. Either this journal or the last journal. I don't know exactly when it was, but it very well could be in the last journal. And to go searching for it would be, mm, that would be wild, especially since I can go and just look on the refrigerator. But yeah, so that's the thing. Emotionally and erroneously guided objections to necessary change. Your body goes into self preservation and protective mode. It is really not trying to harm you. It really isn't. It is just doing the thing that it knows. You are working against old programming with new programming. And to that same note, Spirit was saying earlier today, just like in I was being shown on a number of different fronts something very similar to what I was, actually the exact thing that I was telling you about whenever we were talking, when I was telling you the story in one of those last videos about how there was energy work. They were working on the energy out here, where I live. And what they did first was they laid down some pallets, some very large pallets for the equipment to be on top of, so that when inclement weather came and there was mud and there was, just unstable ground due to those elements, they would still have a structure on top of that foundation that would support the new thing that they were doing. And so Spirit was saying that even though things have changed, even though you now have a new, better foundation, there is still support that is necessary to go on top of that new foundation as it settles. Because it's settling, even, you'll require the additional support of the plank which would be the people in this case, and the spirit guides, and information that consistently keeps information of change just right in your face. Sometimes it take all of that. And those things that you're keeping in your face, whether it be books on mindset change or just things that speak directly to your situation that you have going on that you're fighting against, um, just in the way of changing your mind about things, it is it is really like a boxing match. And you have to position yourself in such a way that you are able to overpower and utilize the new programming to deprogram the old programming. Sometimes that's all day. But you have to remember that the old programming didn't get there overnight. So it's not going to go away overnight. It takes a lot of very strategic and intentional work to be able to override that programming. We can't have that thing on auto. This joint got to be on manual. It has to be done manually. That manual component is intentionality. It's going to take all of that to keep your mind, because sometimes this shit will feel crazy. You will feel like, I don't want to do this no more. Fuck it. I can just be fucked up like the rest of the people who also don't want to work on nothing. Mm-mm. That's going to be worse. That ain't going to be no better. That ain't going to be no better. It's worth the work that it takes. But the more that is in your face, the more it becomes a part of you. And so, just to kind of drive home the point again about the palette being the people in place to support your change, the podcast, the books, um, whatever groups you are in, you just have to make sure that the people that are around you support the cause, that they are not a distraction or deterrent from the actual change. You don't want to work against yourself. So, yeah, it has to be something that helps you to tune and turn your mind to the change that you were trying to make. Otherwise, it's just a distraction. And be mindful too. This ain't necessarily your time to help somebody else. Much as you want to, much as this is some of the thing that you're called to do, not right now. There will come a time, and Spirit will give you the release for when that time is upon you. This ain't it. What ultimately ends up happening is it's a thing that is good overall, but it's not good for you until it's good for you to do. Until it's good for you to do, it's a distraction because it keeps you from obtaining the measure of growth that matures that gift to make it ready to be received by others. It's the age old classic distraction. Helping other people. I'm a help, help, help. Meanwhile, all of the focus that you have on helping other people takes away from the attention that you have for yourself. You go on the back burner. So all the growth is not even taking place like it should be because you were consumed with being the helper. Fill your cup first. Help yourself first. And then you will be better able and more equipped to help somebody else. Until then, you are working from a place of ego, one, and two, you are self sabotaging. Not intentionally, but again, you boxing up yourself. You boxing yourself. You boxing the old you. And the old you has known you longer in this really intimate way. I don't even want to say it has known you longer. It has controlled you longer. That's better. That's more accurate. Because your higher self has been knowing you, has been pulling you along for all this time. But you have been more dominantly controlled by the older version of you, the old programming, the subconscious. We're no longer on autopilot. We are on manual. We are doing the work. So that means that don't nobody get no help until you done. Uh, and so the other part of this message, which came through seemingly separately, Spirit was saying that in the way of help, what happens is, and it's not even just help, but we always talk about how your outer world is your inner world pushed out. And we are one with everything. Everything is everything, as our good friend and wise one, Lauryn Hill, once said. Because everything is one, and the people that you encounter are an extension of you, the people that you are trying to help is or are, those people are a representation of the part of you that still needs your help. Except you are giving it outward instead of inward. And inward is where the work needs to be done. When you fix what is within, what is without fixes as well. That whole as is above, so below, as is within is as without. That the people that you perceive to need your help, that is that is an aspect of you, an extension of you that is saying, I still need this attention. Excuse me. I still need help right here. I need you to help me. And Spirit was saying that that version of you needs proof of concept. You need to still prove to yourself the betterment in this area. And this is for whatever area you're working on right now. You can't teach somebody. This is the thing, and this is how it generally happens. We'll be new to a space, we're learning a thing, and we maybe have gotten a little good at a thing. And then we want to start helping other people. How do I help them? And Spirit was saying that the only way you can help them is by proof of concept, by fixing yourself, helping yourself first. But the reason why is because they are only your mirror and your teacher. You are perceiving outside of yourself what is going on within yourself. And you need to prove to yourself these concepts. A wacky little thing, it seems. All the people you want to help get it, whatever it is. Because we do that. We want to help them get it when we don't already fully get it ourselves. Help yourself. Stay in your lane. And Spirit was saying that once you better yourself in this area, and once you get it, helping them or proving to them is going to be light work. Light work. Because you got it. You really got it. It is, watch this, and this will come up in your mind at some point in the future. Notice whenever you're trying to help somebody from a space, like when you just learning something, it's more frustrating to try to help them. It seems like they just won't get it. So you got to stop and be like, what part am I just not getting? What is it that I am just not getting? Because they showing you. They are showing you. And the coldest part about it is the idea of them needing help comes from within you. It's your higher self showing you the work that still needs to be done through another person. The work that needs to be done in you through another person. That part. But yeah, I actually think that that's the message. Spirit. The people that we desire to teach are us, the individuals that are desirous to help. There's still a part of us that needs the proof that we can do it. The older version causes that person to end up being a distraction. The old version of you wants you to focus on others too prematurely. The desire isn't harmful, but used before maturity can be harmful. Again, this desire is not a harmful desire, but if it's used before maturity, it becomes harmful. Amazing, really. Anyways, anyways, this is the message. Just just work on you. Just work on yourself. Reach out to trusted voices as you need guidance. For some of you, that's tarot. For some of you, that's a parental figure that gives great guidance, wise counsel. Um, and for others of you, just in all of you, it's necessary to do this. But some are at a place of maturity where they primarily just lean on source and ask the universe for supporting messages or guidance on how to proceed. Wherever you fit in this message, utilize your resources, utilize your tools, is what Spirit is saying. He's aligned these people, these spirits in human form to share and express their gifts for your help. So they could be a trusted voice of guidance for you when necessary. That is okay. They often say that you are a culmination of the 5 people that you hang out with. So if you don't hang out with too many people, you don't hang around nobody, and you just be in the house, choose a good 5 people that are trusted sources on the desired topics of mindset change, and let those be your mentors. And I would say, let it be the leading voices, the what are they called? Spirit. The thought leaders in the space. Also, let spirit guide you. Because we haven't grown far enough in this relationship with spirit, God, source, universe, sometimes to be able to take on fully the God that is us and fully accept that because of the things that we've been taught, it makes it difficult to trust other people. But that the resonance is there as a confirmation of who you can listen to. That is spirit confirming within you, giving you a yes. If it doesn't resonate, then that is spirit saying, no, we don't identify. This is not the message for you. We got to get away from, oh, that was man made, that was written by man. Man is not only man, the larger component of man, woman, is spirit. And we are here for the purpose of spirit to expand and experience life through us. Who the hell else he gonna use? I mean, he could use the animals, but that would be a little bit more strange if that book was written by a dog. So, of course, the book was written by a man. But it does not mean that it wasn't by inspiration of spirit. Try the spirit by the spirit, and there will be your confirmation or your rejection. If you have resonance, that's your confirmation that it's a go, it's a good connection. If it doesn't, it is not. And don't force nothing. Anyway, that's the message. I said I was gonna stop recording these tired. Here I'm is tired again. But I did so much. I did good. I didn't break off into cackling this time. But yeah, I'll leave you with this message of love, and in light. And until the very next time, and I can't find, I don't know where I put it at. Yeah, till next time, I love you. Stay safe out there. Show love. Receive love. Receive love. Okay? Love you. Bye bye.